When a drone takes off over the ocean, you expect waves, maybe a shark, but not this. What you're about to see is real footage, disturbing, unexplained, and in some cases, terrifying. These are the 10 most chilling things ever captured by drones, ranked from strange to nightmare fuel. Number 10. In June 2025, a drone flying over Acapulco, Mexico, recorded what starts as a peaceful scene. A few swimmers enjoying the calm water. But within seconds, the footage shifts into something terrifying. A massive rogue wave forms in the distance. Rolls silently toward shore and swallows the swimmers in one brutal surge. The moment, captured entirely from above, shows bodies vanishing under white foam. No warning, no sound, just raw ocean power. Bystanders scream from the sand, helpless. This wasn't a tsunami or a storm surge. It was a freak wave, a rare oceanic phenomenon scientists still struggle to predict. Thankfully, the swimmers survived, but the footage left thousands uneasy. Because if nature can change that fast, what else could be hiding just beneath the surface? Number 9. A drone flying over the ocean near Trinidad captured something massive gliding just below the surface. The footage shows an enormous oceanic manta ray moving alongside what appears to be a shark. With its wings extended, the creature drifts calmly next to the metal structure of what seems to be an offshore platform. But it's the sheer size that unsettles viewers. Even without any threat, the image triggers a deep sense of unease. No special effects, no exaggeration. Just a real animal. So large it makes known predators look insignificant. Number 8. A drone flying over Loch Ness in 2021 recorded something curious just beneath the surface. A faint, elongated shape moving slowly along the shoreline. The video isn't dramatic. There are no splashes, no close-ups. In fact, the figure is barely visible unless you know where to look. But that's exactly what made it go viral. Zoomed-in stills from the footage suggest a body with a long neck. Some say resembling a plesiosaur. Others claim it's just a shadow or a submerged log. The object moves subtly, almost drifting with the water, and then disappears beneath the ripples. It's far from definitive proof. But the calmness of the video, combined with the legend of Loch Ness, sparked debate once again. Is it Nessie, a misidentified natural object, or just our imagination trying to fill in the gaps? Sometimes the scariest footage is the one you're not sure you're supposed to see. Number 7. In 2023, a drone flying over Lake Champlain recorded something unsettling. The video shows a long, dark figure gliding just beneath the water, moving in a serpentine motion close to the shoreline. The creature appears to swim independently. Its shape is continuous, and there are no boats or debris nearby. For decades, locals have spoken of Champ, a legendary lake monster said to inhabit these waters. Sightings go back to the 1800s, but few have ever been caught on camera, especially from above. This new drone footage changed that. Though blurry and distant, the creature's movement seems intentional. It twists slightly, then slips into deeper water. There are no clear limbs, no fins, just a smooth, undulating form. Skeptics point to floating logs or underwater currents. But believers see it differently. They say this is the most convincing visual evidence of Champ yet. And when even technology can't explain what we're seeing, the mystery only grows stronger. Number 6. This image began circulating online, claiming to be taken by a drone flying above the ocean. What it shows is something that defies explanation. A massive, scorpion-like creature perched on a rock, locking its claws into an orca that appears to be struggling to escape. The scale is shocking. The lighting, the splash, the position of both animals all seem frozen in a moment of violent chaos. Some believe it's a hoax. Others say it could be a mutated deep-sea species dragged to the surface, or even a surviving remnant of prehistoric marine predators like Pterygotus, a real creature that once ruled the seas over 400 million years ago. There are no follow-up reports, no confirmed location, just this one image, raw, high altitude, and deeply unsettling. Whatever it is, it reminds us that the ocean is vast, mostly unexplored, and full of things we still don't understand. And when something like this surfaces, the world takes notice. Number 5. In the dark depths of the Gulf of Mexico, nearly 3 miles below the surface, an underwater drone operated by NOAA recorded something few had ever seen alive: a magnificent squid, also known as the Big Fin Squid. Its body is small, but its arms are impossibly long. Thin, transparent, and jointed at 90-degree angles, they stretch out like wires into the black water. The creature hovers motionless, tentacles dangling as if waiting or watching. The video is silent. The only sound is the drone's quiet propulsion. No one speaks, no one moves. It's as if the entire ocean is holding its breath. This species is rarely seen. Most of what scientists know comes from fragments or grainy footage. But this time, it was clear, detailed, and horrifyingly alien. There's no roar, no attack, just a shape that shouldn't exist drifting silently in the crushing pressure of the abyss. And when you realize this creature is real, not a myth or a legend, that's when it gets truly disturbing. Number 4. During a surveillance mission over the Middle East, a U.S. military drone known as an MQ-9 captured something that remains unexplained to this day. The video shows a metallic, spherical object hovering just above the ocean before suddenly diving into the water without slowing down. There's no splash, no visible propulsion. The object moves with unnatural precision, disappearing beneath the surface as if the laws of physics don't apply. The footage was publicly released by the Pentagon in 2023. Officials acknowledged that they could not determine the nature or origin of the object. It wasn't a drone, it wasn't a bird, it wasn't a known aircraft, and yet, there it was, caught on infrared, in broad daylight. This isn't blurry footage from a conspiracy blog. It's real, it's documented, and it comes from one of the most advanced surveillance platforms in the world. When trained professionals can't explain what a drone recorded, maybe it's time to question what else is hiding in our oceans. Number 3. While testing an underwater drone at the bottom of a flooded quarry, a content creator recorded something that immediately sparked alarm.
I spotted some sort of glowing orb at the bottom of the quarry, and there was these weird worms hanging around the orb. Looks like
Resting on the rocky floor is a rounded, organic-looking object, faintly glowing from within. The light pulses subtly, as if the thing is alive or aware. There are no limbs, no movement, no sound. Just this strange shape, sitting perfectly still in the dark. Its texture appears natural, almost fleshy, but the symmetrical glow inside suggests otherwise. Some viewers thought it was a deep-sea life form. Others compared it to a pod, or even an eye. The operator doesn't approach. He doesn't even speak. He just lets the drone hover, and then backs away slowly. It's not the creature's behavior that unsettles you. It's the fact that it just sits there, waiting, like it's meant to be found, or worse, like it's watching. Number 2. Just like the earlier sighting of the tentacled creature, this next encounter also took place in the Gulf of Mexico. But this time, what was recorded wasn't alive, or at least, it didn't look that way. At a depth of 5,600 feet, a remotely operated underwater drone captured a silent, motionless object floating in the blackness.
It was filmed in the Gulf of Mexico, and I want to say 5,600, maybe a little bit more than 5,600 feet deep. And it was filmed off of an ROV that was working around oil infrastructure.
The vehicle was untethered, hundreds of miles from the nearest control station. There was no interference and no explanation. The object itself is dark, symmetrical, and suspended mid-water. It doesn't drift, it doesn't fall, it simply remains there, as if anchored in place by something unseen. It's not a marine animal, it's not a machine, and it doesn't match any known geological formation. Its shape is too defined, too intentional. The silence of the footage makes it worse. There's no operator voice, no warning, no movement, just a fixed shot of something that shouldn't be there. And when two separate drones in the same part of the world capture footage that no one can explain, you start to wonder what's really hiding in the Gulf of Mexico. Number 1. In 2008, a remotely operated vehicle dove over 4,000 meters beneath the surface near the Arctic. What it recorded has haunted viewers ever since. There, moving slowly above the ocean floor, was a creature that defies logic. It had a long, eel-like tail, 2 skeletal limbs, and a head that appeared disturbingly human. Mouth open, frozen in what looks like a scream. The ROV's camera caught it mid-motion, alone in the silence of the deep sea. The timestamp and depth readings are visible. The footage looks untouched. The creature's proportions are wrong for anything we know. It swims in jerks, its limbs twitching unnaturally. Some say it looks like a mutation. Others, like something not meant to exist. No follow-up expedition ever confirmed what it was. No species was ever named. There is only the video. And the question, what else is swimming down there, where no light reaches and no one can hear you scream?